Good morning, guys. It's me, Sandra, TTC 45. I am on my way to a follow-up appointment with the RE for a follow-up ultrasound. It has been roughly a week and a half since the last time I was there. I was actually due to go back there last week, but unfortunately my children and I caught the COVID-19. My son was staying at my daughter's house for a couple weeks, and he ended up coming home with COVID unintentionally. And we later learned that my daughter's boyfriend had tested positive, and unfortunately, everybody in my household ended up catching COVID except for Pebbles. She was the fortunate one that did not catch COVID. So I am glad that she's doing well. She has absolutely no symptoms at all. And the only real symptom that I had at the beginning, I had shortness of breath, especially when I walked and when I stood. And then I had real bad fatigue. I had some headaches, which is quite normal for me. I always have headaches. And I lost my taste and smell. So I'm so glad all of that is over with now. I still can't really smell as well, but I'm getting my scent back because I can still smell, which is good. And my one twin, he didn't have not a symptom, just was totally asymptomatic. And then my granddaughter, she didn't have much of symptoms neither, but she did lose her taste and smell. And my oldest son, which is the one that infected the rest of us, he was the first one to get sick, and he had quite a few things going on with him, but he recovered pretty well. So everybody is doing fine now, and I'm glad. So I'm able to go back to the RE clinic so I can find out what's going on with this little baby in here. I'm just so overwhelmed with stress over this. It's just unreal. It really is. I was reading a study that was done on the pregnancy condition that I have, which if none of you saw my previous video, I diagnosed myself with having a chorionic bump, and it is a very rare pregnancy condition. Not a lot of doctors out there know anything about it, so they don't know how to move forward with the pregnancy. They don't even know if the pregnancy is even viable. I looked at a study online, and it really hurted me to hear the number of women that was a part of this study who did not finish the study because they were so stressed out about the whole issue with having this bump that they ended the pregnancy. And these were babies that could have went on to be live children, you know, live adults, live presidents or vice presidents of the United States. And that's because nobody knew anything about this type of pregnancy until recent. And it's not enough information out there for most doctors to know anything about it. But at the same token, when I was reading this study, I also realized that them ladies could very well be me, because I am becoming overwhelmed with this whole back and forth thing. With 1 minute they see the baby, the next minute they don't. 1 minute they see a heart rate, the next minute they don't. I don't know what to think no more. And because these doctors are not familiar with this chorionic bump like these doctors should be trying to make themselves familiar with, it's just more and more stress, because it doesn't even seem like they're trying to make themselves become familiar with it. And I have tried to reach out to some of these researchers to get some type of answers or get some help, and they have not responded to me. So I just don't know what to do at this point but to take each day at a time. I'm hoping when I go in there that behind that bump they can find an embryo, because I'm far along now where they should be able to see something. I'm 8 weeks and 4 or 5 days, I think, something like that. 8 weeks or 5 days. I didn't stop counting ever since they've been telling me that this pregnancy is not really viable. But and even if I was measuring behind, I would still be at least 7 weeks and some days. So they should be able to see something. What is going to be the answer, you know? So I'm hoping that when I go there today that they can not only see a fetal pole, but they can actually see a heart rate that they can actually measure. Because this is just driving me crazy. I don't know what to do. I don't want to agree to end a pregnancy that may be viable and then that comes back and hunt me. I've never had an abortion in my life, and to me that would be considered an abortion because we don't know, you know? So I've decided that I was going to reach out to my maternal fetal medicine doctor and let him know what was going on and see if he had something that he can shed on me about this chorionic bump, hoping that maybe he can either have me to come in and they do some type of special ultrasound, or send me somewhere where I can have a special ultrasound done where they can be absolutely sure there is nothing in there that still has a heartbeat, that is live and well. I'm just torn right now. And I really, really appreciate you ladies sticking this out with me. I know that this has have been just as much of a roller coaster for y'all as it has for me, because I really want to say, you know, everything is good, guys. Everything is well. We're all doing good. Baby growing well. I really want to say that just like I did with Pebbles, but I just can't. I have not had a chance to enjoy this pregnancy. As a matter of fact, my mind has been in a place where a non-pregnant woman mind would be. Like, I don't even consider myself being pregnant. I do have some breakthrough nausea every now and then, but as you guys recall, I didn't have any symptoms with Pebbles, so this is not nothing unusual for me. But the fact that I can't even really enjoy this pregnancy, I just go through day by day like a normal person. I mean, I'm not going to do anything strenuous that's going to harm the baby in no way, shape, or form. But at the same token, I just cannot bring myself to saying, even to myself, that I'm pregnant, because I haven't been able to have that joy since the day they told me I was pregnant. So, and if it wasn't for me having those 3 M babies left, I probably would have, I don't know, I probably would have just stuck this out all the way till 20 weeks pregnant if I had to. But because I still have 3 M babies left, I don't want to continue to go through having to be pregnant and having to watch what I eat and watch what I do and watch this and watch that, and it's not even a viable pregnancy. But at the same token, I don't even know if it's a viable pregnancy, because when you have a big old chorionic bump that's in your gestational sac that's bigger than the baby, it's hard to tell what is what unless it's a big separation between the bump and the baby. Last time I had meant to add some links to YouTube videos on chorionic bump, because I want you ladies to go and take a look at that. and so that you can see how easy it is to misdiagnose women with having miscarriage due to the chorionic bump. If you're not familiar with it, it's so easy for doctors to misdiagnose you. That is the only reason why I'm trying to see this through, because I want to be one of those success stories. So if this happened to one of you ladies, you already know what to expect, and you already know what to do, and you won't let them talk you into getting rid of your baby, and it may actually be a live baby. I want to be one of those success stories. I can't say that I am going to be one of those success stories, but I want to be one of those success stories because I want to bring awareness to this condition. I don't know why me. Why do I always have to come up with these rare diseases and rare conditions and stuff like that? But it is common among women who go through IVF. So if you have gone through IVF to become pregnant, you just as well can have this condition as any other woman. This has been around for centuries. The problem is nobody knew anything about it. And so the minute doctors start seeing it, they automatically assume that the baby passed away, and they did a DNC on the mom. And so they stopped doing that back in 2006 when they realized that some of these babies were not dismised. That's the word that they use. Instead of saying dead, dismised. A lot of these babies was not dismised. That they was just hiding behind that bump. And so it took them to do research to find that out. And I'm glad whoever did that research did that research. So like I said, I'm trying to be a voice, you know. I'm trying to stick with this as long as I could stick with this, but it is emotionally draining. It is very emotionally draining. And I do want to thank you ladies for sticking it in with me, having my back, praying for me. You know, you're not saying anything negative. That's what I like. I don't like anybody coming up on my page saying anything negative. You keeping everything professionally, friendly, sister love, and that's what I like. So I'm about to go up in here. I'm not sure what the outcome is going to be. I'm hoping it be some good news. Because every time I leave there with bad news, my mind go back to that point of how long am I going to keep dragging myself through this? I'm hoping that my doctor is in this week. My clinic have changed up protocols now. The doctors are not in every day like they used to be. Now the doctors rotate. And so the last couple of weeks, there was a different doctor. So this week should be my doctor. So I'm hoping that he is in. And I'm hoping to be able to talk to him personally, because I haven't talked to him since this whole thing started. All he do is just tell me to come back for a recheck, but he don't never really talk to me. Last time I talked to him was when he told me it wasn't looking good. And that was about 3 weeks ago. Excuse me. So I'm hoping this time I get to talk to him. Maybe he know a little bit more about chorionic bump. Maybe he's done some research since the last time I was there. I don't know. I'm hoping that he was smart enough to do that. But I don't know. So I'm also hoping that my maternal fetal medicine doctor get back with me, because that would be nice to know too if he know anything about it. And then that way I can have some type of closure, because this is too much, you know. I don't want to be in a rush to get rid of my baby just because I got 3 end babies. What if I don't have that opportunity to use those end babies again? What if I mess something up on my uterus, and God make it where I won't be able to have any more kids, period? I don't want to just depend on I got 3 more babies left. No. I thank God I do have them just in case something does go wrong with this pregnancy, but I don't want nothing, I don't want to force anything to be wrong with this pregnancy that doesn't have to be. So I'm going to try to stick this out as much as I can, but I'm just not sure how much my mind and my spirit and everything else is going to be able to hold on to the stress. I'm doing the best that I could. I mean, that's all I could do, is the best that I could. So I just ask you ladies to continue to pray for me. I will be updating you after I leave the clinic to let you know what's going on. I'm also thinking that I'm going to create my own chorionic bump video like I did when I was telling you guys about the PSN, just to bring awareness so you'll know exactly what it is. I'm not going to go into details like I did with PSN because I'm going to attach some links. I don't know how to attach the links up there, but I will attach the links down there, and you guys can go and click it and take a look at those videos, and you'll see why this is such an emotional roller coaster. Okay, ladies, I will be back to add more to this video after I leave the clinic. Bye. Hey, ladies, I'm back. So I didn't get no good news as usual. It's like I don't even look forward to going to these ultrasounds anymore because when I leave, I always leave more and more disappointed. She stated that she saw the fetal pole and it was still measuring what it was measuring last time, and there's still no heartbeat. I'm at a point where I am all cried out, I'm all drained out, I'm emotionally drained. I'm not going to put myself through this turmoil another day. I did get a chance to speak to my doctor, and as I suspected, he knows nothing about a chorionic bump. Unless by some miracle chance I bump into a doctor that can help me, I am refusing to put myself through this stress any longer. This is really taking its toll on my mind, my body, my soul, and my spirit. And I do not want to go through this no more. So after speaking to my doctor, we have scheduled me to have a DNC this week to go ahead and move forward, because I just do not want to go through this pain no more. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm emotionally drained. I'm emotionally gone. And I hate to have to make this decision not 100% knowing, but if I'm keep being told that the pregnancy is not viable and they're not able to find a baby, today I'm supposed to be, what, 8 weeks and 5 days? That's almost 9 weeks. They should be able to see something more clear. But again, because of that chorionic bump, I'm not sure if it's still behind the bump. I really don't know. The gestational sac was only measuring 7 weeks and 4 days, and I'm 8 weeks and 5 days, so that's more than a week behind. So I'm just not going to put myself through this torture anymore. I am going to end it all, at least knowing that there's no viable pregnancy. I'm not going to end it as in it could be a viable pregnancy. Then I'll be putting my mind set to thinking I'm having an abortion, and that is not what I'm doing. I don't expect for all of you guys to understand my decision. I don't expect all of you guys to support me if you don't want to. You definitely have your right to choose however way you would have went with this situation. But for my own sanity, this is the road I had to take. So someday this week, I will be having a DNC. It'll be all over with, and I'll be able to have a fresh start and try this process again. I know it's not going to be easy mentally, but at least I have that opportunity to try it again. And then one day I'll get to see my little baby again. I don't know what he or she will have looked like, but I'm sure they'll find me somewhere over the gates of the heavens that they're going to be entering. And when I soon make that transition, I'll be entering those same gates with them. So I just ask you guys to pray for me. Continue to keep me in your prayers. And like I said, if by some strange miracle I bump into a doctor that can give me a definitive answer with what's going on with me, maybe things will change. But for now, this is all going to be over with this week. And I'll come back to you guys sometime next week to let you know that it's over with and my HCG levels have returned to normal. Love you, ladies. Continue to pray for me. I'll continue to pray for you. And I'll continue to keep you guys lifted up, praying for your sticky beans. And those who are pregnant, congratulations. Sticky baby does to you. And we'll be chatting soon, ladies. Bye.